Welcome back to another Arius Wave video where we talk about the waves that make sense, not like Elliott Wave, which is a bunch of garbage, trash, shit, junk. Here, we're basically trying to make money, not lose it. So, with Elliott Wave, you will lose money. If you haven't figured that one out already, well, I'm sure you will. So, Arius Wave goes basically on a set of patterns that occurs at every correction A, B, C, D, E. And every pattern needs certain criteria met before it can be classified as a zigzag or a five-wave move, right? So Arias wave is based on the premise that there are only 5 patterns in a correction, and basically 3 of them are zigzags, 2 of them are five-wave moves. So any correction has A, B, C, D, E. All right. So that's the Arias wave. Corrective pattern, right? So we had that here, A, B, C, D, E, right? I can classify it. That's fine. I did trade this move down. It was pretty cool. I don't use this chart, by the way. This is the spot price. I use the perpetual contracts for Bybit. I love Bybit. The Bybit's the best, right? 100x leverage on Bitcoin, 25x. Shit, I'm not trying to fucking sell this shit. I don't know why I'm saying that. Sorry. Let me continue. So I had to make an assumption on the perpetual contract chart that basically this five-wave move that happened when it launched basically it started off lower because the pattern suggested that. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We're going to look for an A, B, C, D, E here, and this part here I didn't trade. Obviously, it's too choppy. But when it started to get to this point here, I'm like, okay, we need to break the start of wave D, the start of wave E to confirm this. But then I saw this type of price action and this 1-2 looking thing. And I thought, you know what? I'm thinking this is probably going to move up, but we haven't had confirmation yet. Okay, confirmation comes at a break of 0.015252, probably a little bit higher. But even if it gets around there, it's just going to shoot up. So what we've seen since I posted that chart, like an hour or two ago, very very recently, right, is a pretty good move, right? It's nice, but it's nothing, right? Don't get excited. This is crypto world. That type of move means nothing at all. 10% in cryptos? Come on, man. We're not talking stock market. I'm expecting this to go to at least back to the highs, right? At least back above the start of wave 1, at least. But we don't really know the full pattern. Is it a 5-wave move or a zigzag? We don't know. I'm assuming it's a 5-wave move, depending on the characteristic of this next move. If this move looks really sharp and breaks that high, I'm going to say, yep, you know what? It's probably going to be wave 3. But if this shit starts to look really choppy, starts to chop out, still get there, it has to get there. It's part of this whole count, is the rule that it needs to 100% get to 0.029135 at a minimum, right? Because there are only 2 patterns in the markets, zigzags and 5-wave moves, right? Now, before you go thinking Elliott wave, this corrective pattern here, it's also in reverse in a bear market. All right. So, okay. So this is like 1, 2, 3, or ABC. Same fucking thing, right? That corrective pattern is in any bullish move, right? So you can call this wave 2 or wave 4. It's the same thing, right? So what's the opposite of that? Well, 5-wave move down, A, B, C, D, E. Boom. It's the opposite pattern, right? It's the same thing. This is amazing. This is why I created this channel, right? The only hard part is identifying them, because every market creates its own set of garbage that you got to try and read. And when you read it right, you stand a chance. If you don't get it right, well, shit, you're gonna kick rocks for a while and figure it out eventually and lose a bunch of money, which I've done many times, especially using Elliott Wave when I first started. And that's why I created this. I started observing charts obsessively, compulsively for 10 years, right? So I started in 2015 creating RS Wave, and here we are now. So this is where we're at. So now I'm just looking at meme coins. It's a sad life, yes, I know. But I do report on Bitcoin, and I do other analysis that I don't always post, but I do post it when I feel like I need to. Right now, this is just a very basic pattern that can or cannot be a five-way move or a zigzag. We just don't know. Because like I just explained to you, right, there's only two patterns that occur in the market. So how are we supposed to know if this is a five-way move or a zigzag, right, when we've only had data that's since the 24th of March? Sorry, 17th of March, right? 17th of March. That's like this month. You know what I mean? Like you've really just got to know the waves to make any kind of judgment on something that came out this month. And you're wanting a wave three? You want to make money off this shit? And it just came out? Well, you better know the waves. So I do teach the waves. I have taught the waves. I do have members, etc. But now I don't do that anymore. I don't sell a course. Now I just coach. I think it's better because a lot of people say they want to learn the waves and they don't invest the time. They invest the money, but not the time. So a lot of people have just handed me their money, 100%. But they haven't invested the time in learning it. So I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to take your money. I want to deal with real people, because you know what? You're going to help me, help you, and you can help me too, right? We can have a community of people who understand the waves and can actually share ideas. So at this point in time, with this meme coin, I'm saying, yeah, sure, we do have a chance of moving higher. But remember, we haven't broken the confirmation point. So although it's looking like $1 million, it's not $1 million until we break that confirmation point at least. So just because you saw a bullish candle that's been the biggest one that you've seen, in the last 10 days, right? Because it hasn't been around that long. It doesn't mean shit, right? But the pattern does suggest that yes, this was a CDE pattern, and this, yeah, like I said, it's too early to tell at this point, right? This particular move here, very hard to distinguish as a five-way move, right? So very careful upon how this develops. Very skeptical on how this develops. But I will post a full breakdown on these patterns if I get some interest in this. People might just say, stuff this, I'm not interested. Or people might like it. People like it, I'm going to post a full breakdown, because then it's worth some views. If it's not worth any views, whatever. I'll just keep trading this stupid meme coin, or any other meme coin that comes out. Meme coin. But yeah, that's about all I have for now. It's a pretty crazy pattern. It's like a flag pattern, but it's just like a wave 2 or a wave B of a zigzag. No one knows. We'll find out soon, hopefully. If you liked it, hit the boost. I'll make more. Otherwise, forget about it. Enjoy your day.